and hasn't been premeditated of the study commission of the United Nations doing the report of 2023. They have the report of 2024 ready on the C date, and I know about these data, and it hasn't been published, and it won't be published until the Colombian government is in accordance with the methodology and not only with the results. If the methodology is correct, so this is clear, we won't repeat the foolishness that I did myself, even if I wouldn't, and no one listened. The Minister of Justice has to know that there was a drug director who pressured the posting of the report after I said that it was done incorrectly. Why did he do that? Because the Minister of Justice accepted when she knew that I had said that no, until it was corrected, or at least reassessed if I was right, because since the beginning I said that it was not possible that the productivity doubled from a year to another, and now we know why it was doubled. Because they compared a year that wasn't comparable with the productivity of the year 2019, and because they made the mistake of not doing any more productivity tests to the areas of low production, which is the half of the area, which is so the mistake is of hundreds of areas. So opposition doesn't think about that because they don't know anything about math, and sometimes they know very little of science, but we know something. We don't know much, but we know something, because all progress needs to be guided by science. These are also beliefs, whether they are right or not. This is faith. So I will leave here, Andy, so that you give the reports. Continuing your line, Mr. President, has the word the Dr. Marcela Tobas from the Justice Ministry, and after that, Gloria Miranda.
We were listening live. Colombian President Gustavo Petro leading a meeting of the Council of Ministers of that country, going over different topics. The first things that they were talking about was the attacks that the Colombian anti-drug policy has received by Western actors, mainly the U.S., and President Petro denounced this, denouncing the hypocrisy, as the main consumer of drugs in the world is the United States, and the United States is not tackling the issue of financing, which is at the core of the drug problem, and the vast majority of drug financing takes place through the U.S. finance system. He also was addressing the issue of the way that they must create a joint plan of action to face drug trafficking, not only in the Caribbean but also in the Pacific, to create a joint plan of action that may involve China, Japan, the U.S. even, and in Colombia and other countries, to create this joint plan and together act accordingly and properly to face drug trafficking. The President was also referring to the issue of the accusations against ports in Colombia, and he was saying that this needed to be resolved, and they enhance the work in the ports to eliminate any kind of illicit activity, not only of drugs but also of smuggling of clothing and any other type of items that hinder the national economy. He was also talking about with the foreign minister about there's no need to talk about the NATO, because the alliance that Colombia belongs to is to Latin America and the Caribbean, and that is the alliance, and calls for the unity of the region to face any security or any challenge that comes in the future. Those were roughly the main strokes of what the President was referring in this Council of Ministers. Stay tuned with teleSUR English for more.